Surprisingly. I mean, obviously, yes, I'm gonna stay in a while longer.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to go over what to bring on your own artsy nature study hike. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Adora. I am a full-time professional tattoo artist and a freelance illustrator. And I have a YouTube channel here going into my experiences and different projects and discussions. This video kind of goes in tandem with one of my previous videos of my nature study hike through Hocking Hills, where I take a day trip, well, a 2-day trip to Hocking Hills in Ohio to go study the rock formations and waterfalls there to then create some tattoo designs. As an artist myself, I find that artsy nature study hikes are very valuable to me just so that I can better understand the natural world around me. I get to see, touch, hear, dare I taste, rarely, no, but you know, you get the point. You get to actually experience subject matters for what they really are and study them and like sit down, learn to appreciate it, and therefore you can better recreate it in your own imagery, whether it's true to form or maybe it serves as inspiration for something fantasy based instead. So today we're just gonna go over what I bring on my nature study hikes and what I would advise you to bring too. So for my pack, I generally pack for easy hikes. That means there are usually paved trails or just flat trails. There might be some incline here and there, but I'm not like climbing a mountain. So, you know, this is more of a generalized packing list versus like a curated one. Curate your list to what you need. Okay, so some things that I will bring. Well, number one, hygiene stuff. I have my deodorant because, you know, it gets pretty hot sometimes. And then a little Ipsy bag. Shout out Michelle Fahn's new podcast series out. Go check her out. But I have a bunch of these old Ipsy bags that I've repurposed to, you know, just carry stuff in. I have a first aid kit. I have wipes, facial wipes, hand wipes, whatever I might need. Also, don't feel the need to have to write all this down. I will have a list for you at the end. I have sunscreen as well. Trust me, like, you're going to be in the sun a lot. Sunscreen is a must so you don't burn. And then I have a bottle of hand sanitizer just in case wipes don't really get you clean all the way, because sometimes they like dry out really fast. I like to add a little dash of hand sanitizer to make it super moist and cleanly, you know. And then definitely don't forget your insect repellent, especially when you're outside and it's like spring and summer. You already know the bugs are going to be rampant. And then I also have snacks because you never know when you're going to need a snack. I have some chocolates. This right here. They're the Andes little mint chocolates. Delicious. You know, in case you got to get your blood sugar up. And then I have a bag of banana chips, cranberries, almonds, cashews, and blueberries. So like a good protein source and good for energy. And before I do like any kind of nature hike at all, I always try to eat like a hearty breakfast, and then afterwards, you know, a hearty dinner. But on the trail, I try to just bring little snacks and like leave no trace. I'm not trying to pack like a whole meal and carry that around and then have to deal with the messy cleanup afterwards. No. Here's an important one, especially for me or like you guys out there who need your electronics. I have this little case which holds my chargers and battery packs. I've got like my cord, there it is, and then I've got like 2 of these. These are little like rechargeable little guys. See, they plug right into my phone. I try to keep these charged at all times, and then I also have a battery bank on the other side. Little battery just in case. Now you don't have to be as excessive. I only have this much juice with me because I take a lot of photos and videos for social media. Obviously it's very important for you to have your phone on you in case of emergencies, in case you get lost, you need GPS. Now depending on whether or not you will be in a place where you can get service or even like a GPS signal, think about that before you go. Download offline maps, or if you're going somewhere really remote, you should look into like satellite devices, honestly. But I have never had to do that before because I don't really go that remote. Maybe one day, but not now. And this is not for really remote places. First off. Oh, and also, aside from like taking footage for like social media, I take a ton of reference photos because while on these hikes, yes, I'll have time to like sit and draw, but I won't have enough time to draw all the things that I want, that I am inspired from on my hike. So I do take a lot of photos, and I really do enjoy photography, but it just serves as like a really good tool so that like, I don't know, a month from now I'm like, oh, I've got like art block, what should I make? I'm like, oh yeah, those different reference photos that I've taken on my last hike, I just pull them up and just, study it even more or make things based on them. So it's a really good tool, or a good way that you can use your own phone. Another useful way that I use my phone out on these hikes is I utilize apps that let me identify plants and animals. One that I use is PlantNet. They have that on Android. I'm not too sure about iOS, but go ahead and go in your app store and take a look to see what kind of apps are available to you. For me, I like to try to identify things so I kind of know what I'm drawing. That way I can refer to it later or look up to learn more about it. It also helps when I want to touch things. You shouldn't touch every plant out there. As much as I advocate for, enjoying your senses out in nature, you still have to be mindful that not everything in nature is super friendly. You don't want to accidentally touch like poison sumac and go home having a terrible time. Okay, now we're gonna go into the art stuff. Here I have my sketchbook. So it's just I think it's like 8x8. I just have a sketchbook. I already have it open to a page, but I've got this little clip here so it holds my pages when the wind blows. Very, very important. Usually with my hand when I'm drawing, it'll be holding this page down while the other pages are being held down by the clip. So, pro tip, use a clip. It's the best, and they're really cheap. Go to Dollar Tree, get them for like $1.25 for like 12. And then pencil case time. So, my pencil case. What's in it? Let's see. A bunch of Sakura Micron pens. I love Sakura Micron pens. They are just the best. I like them because they don't bleed when I like put water on it and stuff, because sometimes I will use watercolor or gouache or colored pencils, and I really like this because it doesn't bleed. A bunch of those. And then I also have a few Copics in my bag. I don't know who uses Copics anymore. I do, because I still have them, and I haven't really felt the need to try anything out that is new. I did buy my son a bunch of Ohuhu markers for Christmas, and he really likes them. I gotta try them. They're really nice, but I'll just use his when I want to. But while my Copics are still in good condition, I'm just gonna use those. Got my white gel pen. You know, anything that you personally need to like create quick art. Now for me, like I am an illustrator, I primarily draw like with pens and markers. Again, like seldom I will use paints. But right now, for a nature study hike purpose, I'm just trying to do quick sketches or quick drawings. I'm not trying to sit and have like a plain air session. But yeah, so it's just a bunch of different pens and markers, whatever I might need, like gel pens, ballpoint pens, liquid text paint marker, and these all fit right here. Oh, one important thing is this guy, my little water paint brush. I know you guys are pretty familiar with this if you watercolor paint at all. It's really portable, really super easy. Now you ask like, oh, but you're not painting, right? Well, no, but check this out. So for me to get around like painting, aside from like Copic markers that I can just color, you know, my drawings in, I have some watercolor pencils. And like with watercolor pencils, if you've never used them before, you can use them just like you can use them just like colored pencil. But when you like take your wet brush, and like you know, brush on top of it, it like turns into watercolor, and then you can spread it around like watercolor. Yeah, really neat trick, and you don't have to deal with like the messy cleanup. And I have paper towels, so that way if I ever have to blot my brush, I've got it on hand. And also, oh, but what if you run out of water? Well, obviously if you're on a hike, you want to be hydrated, okay? I always have my water bottle on me, no matter what length of hike that I will be on. You know, you gotta be hydrated. But yeah. Oh, and I have emergency scissors. I know they're like full-blown scissors. I should bring by a smaller pair, but for now, this will do. You never know when you're going to need emergency scissors. Clothing and footwear is also very, very important. Dress for the occasion. Pack what you might need, like a rain jacket, rain boots, maybe closed-toed shoes. Sure, wear sandals and stuff, but if this place that you're going to is gonna be a little rocky or very muddy, you know, bring the appropriate clothing and shoes. Super, super important. Don't get caught out there in mud, and you know, you want to be kind of prepared, and obviously put extra stuff in the car if you can. And sometimes, like, let's say I'm not trying to do a day trip, or I don't know, I just wanted to like go to a park before an appointment or something, and I only have like an hour to spare. You can even just put something in like a tinier bag. Let me see. Oh, I don't have it on me, but I have a smaller sketchbook that I bring that fits in this bag perfectly. And like, not only that, my pencil bag fits in it too. So yeah, so if I'm just doing like quick little trips, pencil bag, boom. Maybe like one charger from this. I'm not gonna bring the whole thing. Boom. I don't need all this other stuff with me. Maybe a snack, but other than that, sketchbook, pen and paper, whatever, in the bag, and then you go. And yeah, that is what I would bring on my artsy nature study hike. So I made a list of all the things that I mentioned. You can go ahead and screenshot it or download it from my description below. This way you can have it on the go. Now that you have a good base on what to bring on your own artsy nature study hike, I want to let you know that next week I will be releasing a video about how to have an effective artsy nature hike yourself. I want to get into the goals that you should maintain throughout your hike, and some things to consider before or after, and also certain outcomes that you want to hit. This way you come back home feeling like you had a valuable experience, and that you have some imagery and memories that you can call from next time you create some artwork. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I'll see you next time.